Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video.
How to tell my mom her boyfriend asked me have his baby. My mom, 47F. Her boyfriend, 54M. My sister and my kid and roommate all reside with me, 24F. Because all of the grown-ups pay rent, I'm officially a tenant. My mother's boyfriend and I get along well. My mother is a narcissist, and the other day was a very awful day with her. So her boyfriend approached me and said, "Wanna sneak away and go drink later?" So I said, "Yes, certainly." I've known him for 5 years and see him as an uncle figure. We went out to drink, and he continued urging me to do so. I can't drink much since I have a really weak stomach. I'm intoxicated after 2 pina coladas. So, on our drive back home he asks, "So you don't want any more kids?" I'm a young mom. I had my son when I was 15 and the pregnancy was awful. So I've sworn off having any more children, and I told him no. Then he replied, "Well, I want more kids," and began advancing on me about having his baby. "Oh, you won't have to pay rent, you can't pursue your ambitions, and I'll look after the kid. You won't have to purchase anything for it," and so on. I kept telling him no, but he wouldn't listen. He began suggesting things like, "We can go to a hotel right now, we can go in your room when I get back," and then he started caressing me. He wasn't clutching my upper thigh or holding my hand in a private place, but he was squeezing my upper thigh and holding my hand. We went around 9 a.m. and returned at 12 p.m. When we came home, I went straight into my room and contacted my buddy's husband. Our friend group isn't strange about that kind of thing. If we need anything, we may contact the individual /o at 1:30 a.m. A friend and her husband drove an hour distant to fetch me up. I was able to slip off for a few days with my kid and some clothing. When my mother phoned to inquire where I was, I said that a friend had a family issue and needed me. This occurred on Friday night into Saturday morning. I'm not sure whether I was assaulted or if he just crossed a line. I'm terrified to tell my mother because I know she'll make it about herself and won't believe me. She has a history of always putting men before me and my sister. I don't want to return, but I don't know where to go since I don't have someplace to go. Please assist me. What should I say to her? Hello everyone. I'd want to thank everyone for their suggestions. I've had a pretty difficult couple of days due to being trapped and everyone assisting me in realizing I've never been in this scenario before, so coping has been difficult. I'm responding to some comments. Our roommate is not a woman. He does, however, have children, so I shall inform him of what occurs. I haven't informed my mother yet since I'm certain I already know how she'll react. She'll blame me and then be upset with her boyfriend for asking me instead of her. I haven't returned home yet. I'm still staying at a friend's place. My mother has noticed that I'm avoiding her, but I truly don't want to speak to her while he's there. I'm going to phone hotlines and crisis centers today to seek for assistance. If I receive it, I'm simply going to go home and pack my possessions since I can't go back there. My younger sister is a juvenile, she's 15. Therefore, I'll be calling Child Protective Services since I know my mother would not allow me take her. We've been taken out of her care many times due to her parenting style, so she's on the lookout for anybody attempting to take her children away. I'd want to address 2 statements that have been bothering me. My relationships with my pals /os are exclusively friendships. That we all have that trust, in my opinion, is a wonderful thing. I'm not sure what to say if you find it strange. My pals /os do not appeal to me. I phoned and texted my buddy first, but she didn't respond. Then I called her husband. They also made it clear that if I can't reach one but can reach the other, I should phone or text them. Another message said that they were worried about my son's living circumstances. My mom's boyfriend has never done anything like this before, and although my mom has been iffy, bitchy at times, I have checked her. Because the cost of living in my state is incredibly high, it was less expensive to move in with them. But, following this experience, I've resolved that I'll be living on my own no matter what. Edit 2. I told my mother and she trusted me. Update. I informed my mother about it this morning, and she agreed with me. Now she's emailing me, blaming me for not saying no, which I did, and for allowing him to get away with it. He pledged never to do that again, so she'll stay with him for the foreseeable future. I'm packing my belongings and heading to a shelter tomorrow, vowing never to talk to my mother again and reporting Child Protective Services because of my sister. I'll ask for a police officer to stand by while I finish off my packing. My mother owns a home, but I need to find a place to stay. Even though this is something I anticipated to happen, it is nonetheless sad to me. Story 2. My 56 female husband 61 male cheated with our grandkids nanny 23 female. I've been married to my husband for 29 years and we have 2 children. Our daughter is 27 years old and has 2 daughters who are 5 and 3 years old, respectively. Her relationship with her partner, who is also the children's father, ended around a year and a half ago. She works for my husband's company and has long work days, so we decided that hiring a nanny would be the best option for our family at this time. In order to find the right candidate, she conducted interviews with a lot of candidates before deciding on one. She was also well liked by the children. Because her job required a great deal of travel and events, she employed a live-in nanny. My husband and I would visit them on a regular basis, but I had no reason to suspect anything. Our partnership has seen both highs and lows. My 26-year-old son came home late every night after he was born, and I ultimately caught him in the process of cheating on a test he was taking. He expressed his regrets and said that he was suffering from postpartum depression at the time. When we were in our late 30s, he was working on an international project, and the looks I received from his colleagues when I paid a visit made me feel a little uneasy. One of the employees ultimately left and informed me that he had been sleeping with a sales representative from another company who happened to be an employee as well. In reality, I filed for divorce and he relocated for a year. But family members urged us to work it out, reminding me that I was a stay-at-home mom with obsolete skills. Since then, I've fallen in love with him all over again, and he's given me the idea that he's been faithful to me. While our child has been interrogating me about our relationship, he has also said that things have been weird in our household. Even though my husband seemed to be in love and content, he appeared to be missing something, based on his description of the situation. Then my husband felt cautious around me, to the point that he finally broke down and said that he had made a mistake. He told me that he had been having relations with the nanny and that she was pregnant. He said that she wanted to leave and give her notice without incident, but that she had nowhere to go and that he believed it was his responsibility to locate her job or otherwise put her up in a positive environment. He expressed his regret and asked for my aid in ensuring that our daughter would not get nervous as a consequence of this incident. I agreed. It is his contention, however, that his nanny does not deserve to suffer as a consequence of this, and that the grandkids love her. What should I do in this situation? My daughter knows nothing, and my son knows nothing beyond his father's bizarre behavior and his strange behavior. Each of my children has a close working relationship with my spouse, and he has a special connection with each of them. To be honest, I'm quite sorry about it, especially since I had intended to spend the rest of my life with him. With our shared past, I can't imagine what it must have been like not to be able to rely on each other for support and comfort.